Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Gegg. Thank you for watching. I have been a gym owner and personal trainer for 9 years. And here you're going to learn a little bit about the nutritional strategies that I've been using professionally with my clients now for quite a while to really help people with their health challenges. Some of the main health challenges or goals that people have when they come to me are weight loss, increase muscle mass. They want to increase energy, decrease stress, and healthy aging is a real big one as well. Now, these goals are great, and the exercises that people do, they will help get people towards these goals. But the nutrition is by far more important. The workout side of things, I give people a program, I show them how to do certain exercises, and they learn it quickly and they get that. The nutrition side is confusing for people. For majority of people, they just don't know what to do. And if you don't put the right things in your body, you may never get to those goals that you're trying to achieve, or it'll at least be much, much slower. These nutritional strategies that I use now and have integrated into my gym is just part of the norm to help people just crush their goals. I tested these out thoroughly myself. I was first introduced to these strategies by my now good friend, Dr. Evan Hill. And like I said, I tested them out myself and had my energy level went through the roof. I lost weight. The convenience of it. I just have a shake and go. And, the nutritional quality is just, bar none. For example, I used to have this seasonal raspy cough that I would get every October, like this time of year. Using these products, the nutritional quality is so high that I haven't had that now it's been 4 years that I've been using these products. So that just told me that, my nutrition is now on point versus what it was. And through what I've done and the testing I did myself, I decided, I need to use this with my clients. And I've used it with over 50, and there's been some amazing results, and people are just crushing their goals with these nutritional strategies. Now, to really help you get the best information possible, I've asked my friend, Dr. Evan Hill, to come on here and talk a lot about these strategies, because Dr. Hill, he is a doctor of chiropractic. He has 3 children. He's married. He's been using these strategies personally and professionally for 12 years and really is an expert on all these strategies, and he's just really the guru. And he has graciously accepted my invitation to come on here today and give everybody the best information possible about these strategies. So, Evan, welcome.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike. And I'm really excited to be here. I want to acknowledge everybody for tuning in and learning about these strategies. And as Mike said, our focus is really to help people find solutions that fit into a busy life. We find that most people, they're not preparing meals like they used to. Most people that we ask, they're, a lot of times they're not preparing 2 meals a day. They're only preparing 1 a day now rather than 3. And so, we want to provide people with information that addresses factors like lack of time. And there's a lot of other challenges that come together that really affect somebody in moving forward towards their goals. And this program addresses all those. So real quick, I started using these products when I was 29. I'm now 41 years old. And it completely changed my life. So before I started, I was going under, there was extreme stress in my life. And I had an issue with having lack of clarity and irritability and lack of focus between meals. And the last thing, at 29 years old, I was napping every day I could. My energy was not good. I was so tired all the time. And in my first week of putting this nourishment in my body, it was like night and day. I woke up and I felt different. I felt I didn't need to nap anymore. I was consistent throughout the day with my energy, but also in my moods. I wasn't becoming irritable between meals. I wasn't losing focus between meals. And that stress level dropped, and I felt like I was going to be okay. I was going to get through that really difficult time in my life. So that's our goal today, is to educate you on why is this program going to work for you? How is it unique in the marketplace? How you're going to be supported, and what's the investment, and how you can get started.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Doctor, for sharing. I wanted to ask you, Evan, what of the goals I mentioned, weight loss, increasing energy, decreasing stress, healthy aging, what would you recommend?
Yeah, good question. So what we usually start with is a 30-day program, and it's like a reset program that resets the health of a person, but also helps them move in the direction they want to go with their body composition. So whether that's releasing weight, so fat, or improving muscle mass, or doing both at the same time. So this program really works for all those different things, and that's typically what we start with, is a 30-day program that's very easy to follow.
Awesome. Can you share a little bit more about the details of how this program works?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to share my screen here and bring up what it looks like. So this is the 30-day program, and what is inside of it. And really we've been talking about these nutritional strategies Mike mentioned, and really there's 4 of them in one system, and this really makes the program very unique in the marketplace. I don't know of any other program that addresses all of these factors that influence our health in one system. There's a lot of programs out there, and they really focus on maybe one direction, one focus, but not all of them at the same time. And this is the big reason why we're seeing such remarkable results. And as I go through these different strategies and how they're really going to help you, I'm going to actually be flipping through some transformation photos so you can really see the difference that this makes for people. Is really jaw-dropping and inspiring at the same time. So I'm going to get right into it. And as I said, so this program here, this is called the Value Pack. And I love the Value Pack because it has all 4 strategies in the one system. There's other programs available, but it's not as comprehensive. It doesn't have all the strategies working together. It may have 3 of the 4, for example. So we're going to start off with the first strategy, which is nourishing the body. And I always start with this question: how many meals are you preparing and cooking each day? And when I ask people this question, most people answer 1 or 2 meals a day. So that means that obviously, in the case of people not preparing all their meals in a day, the alternative is that they're not eating at all, or they're picking up something convenient on the go. So that means that the likelihood is the nourishment of that is going to be low. And so what the bottom line is we typically sacrifice our nutrition when we're lacking time. And this is a big problem because it takes the body away from good health when it's not nourished properly. So the number one thing we need to do is we need to make sure that the body is getting nourished. When the body's getting nourished, it becomes happy. Something that a lot of people struggle with is cravings. Would you agree, Mike?
Absolutely.
It's a big problem. And this is a sign that the body's lacking nutrition. So the body's really smart. If it's missing any nutrient, it'll start to go into a scavenging mode. And problem is we don't typically reach for the things that are going to fulfill that deficiency, which is most often a trace mineral deficiency. We're going to grab stuff that tastes good. And that could be, all the different sugary, fast food type, convenient foods that are really going to just taste good, but not actually help us feel better. So, so what I find is when people do this shake, very quickly their cravings subside and they start to feel better. Now, what I love about it is that it tastes amazing. I've tried a lot of different shakes, and I tell you what, like my wife, she's extremely picky when it comes to food. And I do a lot of the cooking at home, and if I make the same meal, if she has the same meal on her plate 2 days in a row, like I'm in the doghouse. And so she's not a happy camper. She has been drinking the Dutch chocolate shake every morning for 12 years. Now, there's been probably a few days where she tried a different one, but the same shake every single day for 12 years, and she's quite picky. That's how good this shake is. It's absolutely phenomenal. And some other things to know about it is it's gluten-free. You can get it in a vegan. There's no soy. There's no preservatives. It's really clean and it's complete. So you can literally take it, like take an individual packet with you. Let's say you're on the go or you travel a lot. You can just take that individual packet, shake your shake, and drink it. It's literally 20 seconds to blend it, and then you can drink it, and it's very easy to clean up. And you know, those are the things that I really love about it. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, you really hit the nail on the head with a lot of those. The convenience is huge, and you know, being that busy like I am, like most people, just grabbing a packet or grabbing my container and my shaker bottle, heading out the door. I've got everything I need right there. I'm getting a full, nutritious meal. It's I've used lots of different products over the years, and this has all the amino acids you need in there, and it's a complete meal. You just grab and go, and it's huge. And my customers love it, for the reasons I mentioned, and like it's healthy fast food. Awesome.
Great, thanks, Mike. So the second strategy is it's a supplement strategy, and what this does is it really rounds out the gaps in our food. So one of the big challenges with our food supply is that it's been changed a lot, and so what they've done really is they sacrifice quality for quantity. And so people are, even if they're eating a grocery store diet and they're eating a perimeter diet where they're eating vegetables and meats and that sort of thing and not eating a lot of packaged boxed foods, they're finding that they just don't feel the best. And a lot of people aren't getting, adequate amounts of sun exposure, so they're getting the right amount of vitamin D. A lot of people aren't eating fish anymore, so they're not getting the omegas they need. And so those are challenges. So what this supplementation system does is helps round the gaps, make sure that all of what a person's going to need is being consumed. Well, what I love about this, and you talked about healthy aging, is that it really supports the body from the aging process. So it protects it from the aging process. So I'll explain real briefly what that's about. Basically, there's a new focus in aging, and it's around supporting the length of our telomeres. As our telomeres shorten because our cells are dividing, we go through the symptoms of aging. So things like macular degeneration, our skin's getting wrinkly, gray hair, loss of muscle mass, atherosclerosis, all these things that are associated with aging is connected to the length of our telomeres. And so they found that when they can actually stimulate this enzyme in our cells, that enzyme actually helps keep our telomeres long. And they've been able to find through science specific plant compounds that help stimulate that enzyme telomerase. So this is a very unique product. And with the other strategies of Isagenix, like the nourishment and the cleansing and reducing stress, the telomere support really slows the aging process. So that's what I love about this. Any thoughts on this one, Mike?
Yeah, like I mentioned before, some of the goals of people that I work with is really healthy aging, and I've never come across any kind of program that has anything even similar to this to support healthy aging. So it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing about the supplementation system is the convenience of it. So I found supplementation to be very confusing. I didn't, I would be purchasing one bottle and it would have other things in it that had other things in another bottle, and it would be a lot of overlap. And, I'd forget to take them, and then all of a sudden I've got a bunch in my cupboard that are expired. This is very simple. It just is an AM pack and a PM pack. You just open it up, it's all measured, and you just consume it in the morning and then again at dinner, and your supplementation is done. A lot of people call it a facelift in a box, and because really, it really supports overall health and that youthfulness that people are striving to maintain. It's really a big thing now, is to really maintain our youthful appearance long term, and this program really has an incredible strategy for that. So next thing I want to talk about is the third strategy, and this is detoxification. Would you agree that we are exposed to chemicals in pretty much everything that we do? For example, we wake up in the morning and we have a shower and we're putting soap on us, and then we put deodorant and then skin cream and makeup. And I don't use makeup, but I mean, women use makeup. And, and then we get in our cars and, we've got, the exhaust, and, it's in our mattresses, it's in our food, water, air, it's all over the place. And so, yes, we are absolutely exposed to chemicals all the time. And what a lot of people don't know is that when our body has this amazing ability to detoxify, but it's dependent on nutrition. And most people just simply aren't eating well, and they're not giving the body what it needs. And on top of that, they're also overexposing their body, a lot of times accidentally, but people are also doing things that are adding a lot of additional toxin to their system. And so when the body can't keep up, it takes the toxin, the fat-soluble toxins, wraps it in fat, and stores it with water in our body. And so our bodies are becoming this storage facility for fat. And McLean's magazine did a great article on this. You can research the average number of toxins that the average human being is walking around with. It's very high. It's in the hundreds. And these toxins influence everything in our body. And think of it this way. Would you expect, if you didn't take the lint out of your lint trap in your dryer, would you expect it to optimally function for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years? You would get very poor performance from that dryer if you didn't do that. Where our body is no different, because those toxins literally, what's the right term? It influences or actually deters the ability of the body to do its processes properly. And it can create inflammation in us. It can affect the communication of our brain to our body. It's a mess. Toxins should not be in our body. So what this program does is it gives your body a break from eating solid foods so that it can actually do its normal process of detoxification. But what's really smart about it is that it's nourishing your body throughout the entire day, rather than, for example, a fast where there's no nourishment. And the liver needs that. Okay? The body needs that to get the toxins out. So this is supporting and nourishing your body throughout the entire day. And it actually, this nourishment takes care of a lot of the issues that people would have otherwise on a cleanse day. So it makes it so they can actually function during a day. I was very concerned about doing a cleanse. Actually, I avoided them. My wife was doing cleanses, and then before we found Isagenix, I'm like, knock yourself out. I can't take a day and not eat. That's not going to work for me. And I really don't want to develop a new relationship with my toilet right now. I've got things to do, right? And so I was really shocked, because when I did this program, the most that happened for me is that I needed to pee a little bit more. There was times where I felt a little bit hungry, but throughout the day, they give you these snacks that are timed throughout, and it keeps you on track throughout the entire day. And now when I do a program, I remember the first time I did cleansing, I wouldn't say I was feeling amazing. I would say I was going through some changes, and But now I feel like a cross between Superman and the Roadrunner when I do a cleanse day, to the point that we actually, and the convenience of it is amazing because it works really well on travel days. So last time my wife and I went traveling, we went to Las Vegas. We were up at 5:30 in the morning and we went to bed at 5:30 the next day. We were up for 24 hours. We cleansed that whole day and it was the best travel day I've ever had. So it's, this really can support your health. Any thoughts on this one, Mike?
Yeah, quite a few, but we don't have all that much time. No, yeah, I've had, several people who say, they would say to me, what is in that stuff? Because I wasn't hungry, and people would just blow away their cleanse day. And, I had one guy named Jason who he did auto body for a living. And so he was getting, the painting process and the chemicals he's exposed to, getting more toxins in his system than the average person. And he cleansed and he's like, oh my God, what is in that stuff? My energy level is through the roof. And personally, the same thing. And I have a woman right now. She just cleansed. It was 2 days ago, Patty, and she made it through in flying colors. In she said she wasn't even really hungry. She was very surprised, and she did say that definitely no toilet issues at all. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and on this program, so just to kind of recap, we talked about the nourishment. So it's really a perfect meal in the shake form. Somebody would replace 2 of their meals, preferably their 2 worst meals of the day, with the shake, and then they're giving guidance on their 3rd meal, which is basically a standard meal that you would expect to eat. So that's the nourishment side of it. Then you've got your supplementation that you take every day in the morning and at night. The cleansing you can do once a week, okay, or you can do 2 cleanse days back to back. And I think your client did back to back, right, Mike?
Yes, it was back to back.
Yeah, and back to back cleanse days really help you with more fat burning because you're not moving in and out of the fat burning process. You're consistently doing it for 2 days straight, and that can really shift the inches on people are holding on the body and get a lot of that inflammatory water and those fat cells out of the system. So that's that's how we do the cleansing. You can also do daily cleansing. So this is a lot more gradual. A lot of people continue doing daily cleansing. It's just 1 ounce a day of cleanse, and they do that on an ongoing basis to support their detox system. So this last strategy 4, again, is so unique, this program, because really, I guess the question would be, do you ever experience stress in your life? Absolutely. Everybody has stress, right? Now, for a lot of people, it's all the time stress, whether it be, relationship stress, financial stress, stress because of kids, there's so much going on and so much stress now, and chronic stress moves the body away from health. That's just, there is good stress, like exercise stress, as Mike was saying, but there's a lot of negative stress out there, and most people are chronically stressed. So it's almost impossible to reach your ideal body composition if you're chronically stressed, because hormonally, you're not set up to be balanced. You're set up to be out of balance from a hormone standpoint. And it's very difficult to beat hormones, so to speak. So if your body has a lot of cortisol in it, it's going to be very difficult. So if the cortisol curve is the wrong way, and it's going like this throughout the day rather than like this throughout the day, you're going to have a hard time. And that's also going to affect sleep and a lot of other things. So Isagenix knows this, and they said, you know what, we are going to find a solution, because we can't just fire our boss or go away for 6 months and escape from our problems. How do we support our body on an ongoing basis when we can't necessarily change our external environments in the blink of an eye? So this is what this program, this Ionic Supreme, does, is it improves our body's ability to adapt to stress. So it contains these things called adaptogens, which are plants that grow in really harsh conditions, like at the top of mountains, in the Himalayas, for example. And so, you know, you see this plant growing between two rocks, and you're wondering, like, how is that plant thriving in these conditions? And it's because they contain these adaptogens. And when we eat these adaptogens, we get that adaptive capability. So how this feels in our body is that same stress is going on, but how we experience life is different. We feel calmer. We feel better able to handle things. We can challenge our body more. So with athletes, for example, they can train more often, or they can train harder, and that stress response in the body is not as amplified as it would have been if they didn't have the adaptogens in their body. So this helps people on a long-term basis really move towards that body they're looking for, but also helps them with their energy. So a lot of people, I call this the happy juice. So my wife and I, we literally pour a shot each every morning of this. We cheers, you know, and drink it down. And, you know, every day that I start this way is going to be a better day than without it. A lot of people call this the frisky juice. So you want to keep this away from your teenage daughter or your teenage son. But a lot of adults, especially when I do events and there's men in the room, they're like, honey, just buy whatever you want, because that sounds good to me. So any thoughts on this one, Mike?
Say that again?
Any thoughts on the Ionics?
Yeah. Well, I've looked into and been introduced to many different, you know, programs and strategies, but the fact that they have a solution to reduce stress included is really unheard of in any other products that I've ever been introduced to. So pretty crazy.
Yeah, it really is. And then, you know, to have a program that addresses the nourishment, protects your body from aging, and also, as you said, the stress, and helps cleanse the body of those harmful toxins all in one program is absolutely unique in the marketplace. And it is why people are getting results like these. You know, a lot of these people, you know, they've been stuck and they couldn't get anywhere. And I work with clients all the time. I've helped thousands of people on this, and they really notice those changes.
Awesome. Dr. Hill, I'm wondering, what can people expect as far as support if they decide to jump on board with some of these nourishment strategies? Do they just get a delivery in the mail and then it's like, hey, good luck, or what can people expect?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, because there are programs out there that, as I said, they don't have the same focus. They don't have as many strategies, but they may be something that you could order online or get from your health food store. One of the challenges with those programs, number one, they're not complete in the sense that they're not supporting the body in all the areas that need to be addressed. Number two, most people are completely left to their own devices to figure it out. So from a sports standpoint, there's really, in most cases, none. And it can be challenging when there's no support and not knowing exactly what to do. Well, that is not the case with this program whatsoever. Number one, when somebody wants to get started, even the ordering process, there's a support there to make sure that the program that you want, you're able to get it ordered online so it comes to you. And right away, there's information sent to you to help you prepare for your program. And then each person has a call before their first day to make sure that all their questions are answered. They feel like they know exactly what to do on that first nourishment day, and what to do before their first cleanse day, and also what to do before they actually, when they're moving into more of a long-term program after that 30-day reset is complete. Now, there's other things that are incorporated into this, which I think are absolutely incredible from a sports standpoint, which are, again, unique and adding a lot of value to this. So this here is our Facebook group. Now, this is just our community. And so what we do is we bring people that are using the program into this community, and it's full of people that are using the products as well. And so every day people are posting, you know, results, they're posting information, they're posting inspiration. and motivation, stories, all this, and it keeps people in the conversation of moving towards their goals. A lot of times, you know, we've had habits that we just keep going the same thing every single day, like we're wearing that path through the field and it's ingrained every day. And so to start on a new path and doing it completely alone is, you know, it can be challenging, and, you know, there may be some, you know, tendencies to want to go back to the old way. But then when we have a community that's supporting us going to that new path and starting to forge a new ingrained path through that field, for example, it makes it a lot easier. So the community aspect is absolutely a massive value. It's one of the first things we do is we incorporate people into this Facebook page. The second thing that I really like about Isagenix is that they've done 2 programs that people can opt into as soon as they get started, and they add accountability and reward, as well as more tools to support them in moving forward. So we recommend every single person do them. One of them is called the IsaBody Challenge. Now, raise your hand if you're excited about entering a challenge. Okay, most people aren't. So Mike and I, like, I remember when I first started, I wasn't really interested in entering a challenge. However, I'm going to reframe it for you. If this is not a challenge against other people, this is about you making your best better. So what this is a personal challenge to support your goals over a 4-month period. You know, people can make a lot of traction in 1 month. Would you agree, Mike?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can people completely change their life in 4 months?
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely. So 1 month, they can get great traction. Changing your life and really resetting, a lot of those pictures that I've shown was after 4 months. And so knowing that new patterns are really forged over a longer period of time, they created this IsaBody Challenge. And what it does is, well, number one, you commit to a 4-month process, and you take your photos before you start, you take some measurements, and you have your own account and you upload those photos into your account. Nobody sees them. They're not going anywhere. There's one person in Isagenix headquarters that when you complete them, will just check that you did your before and after photos. When you've completed your IsaBody Challenge, you also write about 250 words about your experience, and Isagenix is going to reward you with a $200 product credit. What this means is that you could do this IsaBody Challenge after IsaBody Challenge. You can do 3 in a year and get $600 of product credit as a result of your commitment to yourself. Now, I don't know any company that rewards their customers for actually being committed to their health. Regardless of your results, they are going to reward you if you complete those steps. And I think that's absolutely extraordinary. And I find that people that commit to the IsaBody Challenge, they stay on their track even more than the ones that don't. And so this is about putting your best foot forward and saying, yeah, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go into the IsaBody Challenge, and I'm going to see how far I can go in 4 months. The next program I want to talk about is the Healthy Mind and Body program. This program is designed to actually support healthy mental habits to go along with the positive physical changes that you're getting. Because some people, their mental habits do not support their body, and they may have low confidence or think poorly of themselves, or maybe have no clear vision as to where they want to go with their health and why they want to do it. A lot of people may have not actually assessed, how, what do I want to accomplish here? And so Healthy Mind and Body is a daily process for 60 days where it's just about 10 to 15 minutes where there's some self-awareness exercises, and you really create that roadmap for yourself. And again, it's all about supporting you and forging that path that you can stay on and really keep your health. So this program, so I forgot to say, the IsaBody Challenge is absolutely free for everybody. This program has an investment of $39. Now this value of this program is thousands. Okay, it was designed by Tony Robbins trained coach. And when a person completes it, they get a $45 credit from Isagenix. So again, it's virtually free to do this personal growth in conjunction with your program. So these are all the support pieces that come with your commitment to Isagenix.
Nice. Tony Robbins. Wow. Another question for you, Dr. Hill. What if someone jumps on board? What's the investment? What can people expect? And what kind of, if any, guarantee is there?
Absolutely, great question. Everybody wants to know what's the investment to get started in this program. Rightfully so. Economics is a huge factor in our decision making. And absolutely, like, what can I expect in my first, in my first couple of weeks of the program, for example? And is there any guarantees that this program is going to work for me? So yeah, let's answer those questions. From an investment standpoint, I always ask the question, like, how many meals are you preparing per day? So if it's one that you're preparing, then what are you doing with those other 2 meals? Are you picking stuff up? Are you grabbing snacks, whatever it may be? And if you are, how much are you spending per day doing that? When I ask this question, almost everybody is spending between $10 and $25 a day on stuff that they're picking up on the go. Okay, so that's just the food part of it, is $10 to $25 a day on those 2 meals a day that most people are not making themselves. Then you've got the supplementation component. Are you investing in supplementation? What does that cost you per month to do that? And then what about snacking? How much do you invest each month in the snacking process? And lastly, are those habits that you're doing and investing money into moving you towards where you want to go? If you want to be a healthy mom or a healthy dad into the future, or you want to be more productive in your life, or you want to change the legacy of your family, whereas before there was consistently people, having challenges in health, and you want to live without being ill and have disease and that sort of thing, and you want to support your body and being healthy, then the question is what you're doing now supporting you in getting there? Okay, so this program, it's actually quite incredible how much the value is in this. Somebody can do this program for just over $18 a day. Plus there's some tax and shipping on top of that. And that really gives you all of the strategies in one program. So the value is absolutely enormous. What can somebody expect in this program? Well, I always tell people this at the beginning. It's the first 5 days of the program. Like anything new where you change something and you're going through a growth process, change can be uncomfortable. Okay? You may not feel totally amazing in your first 5 days. You might feel like you're off a little bit. Okay? But the way the program is designed, it's designed in a way to really make those changes gradual, so it's not rocking your ship to the point where it's disrupting your life. Okay? The way we've set up the program, there's minimal disruption, if not zero disruption in somebody's experience. However, I just want people to know in the first 5 days, you might feel off, and that's normal, okay? Somewhere around day 5 to day 7, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna know something's different, okay? You might feel more clear, lighter, more focused. You may find that you don't have to push yourself through the day with caffeine or sugar. You may find that you have more energy during the time of day where normally it would be a slump time where you'd want to nap or fall asleep at your desk, for example. You might find after work you have more energy for other stuff like working out or your kids or whatever it may be that you do after work. You might find that you're actually happier and feeling more hopeful about life, like I did. As time goes on, especially after your first cleanse day, you might even notice your body composition changing. So your clothes fitting a little bit more loosely. You might notice that your skin's improving, composition's improving. You might have, like, people even notice their nails, their hair improving. All these different things can be happening within that first 30 days of their program. So you asked about guarantee, Mike. All of the products of Isagenix are guaranteed. Now, when people follow the program, I don't find that they need to use the guarantee because it works. It's absolutely phenomenal how well it works. But what some people use a guarantee for is when they purchase, say, they purchase the one of the shakes, for example, because you can get different types of flavors of shakes. Let's say they don't like that flavor. Well, they just let Isagenix know, and Isagenix will, for free, send them a replacement shake of their liking. Or if there's, you know, something that there's no other flavor for it, Isagenix will refund them for it. And I love that about it. You know, there really is no, you know, there's no downside here. You know, it's, you can get your health back, or, you know, and you don't have to worry about putting investment into something you're not going to get any return out of. Then there's the Eat for Free program. So you're probably already thinking that, you know, 5 or 6 people that could benefit from this program. So when you're getting those results and people are asking you, like, what are you doing? Then you share it with them and you enroll them, you know, into this program as well. So they have a referral program. And for example, this program here, when you refer it to 2 people, you get $370 reward from Isagenix. So you can, I love that about Isagenix, is people can literally continue on the program or different products for free. And I think that's an absolute gift in the economy where people are having challenges with money. So that's it.
Wow. Wow. So, Dr. Hill, there's a lot of talk about, you know, the 30-day program, and then you mentioned a little bit about results for people 3-4 months out and beyond. Where do you go after your first 30 days? What's next?
Absolutely. So one of the things that we do to support people is when they get to day 25, we connect with them to find out what they want to do moving forward, and, you know, answer any questions that they might have, and help them, you know, create that plan moving forward. Because some people, their goals at the beginning are really like, they really need to get out of this major funk that they're in. They need to move the needle that hasn't been moved at all, you know, and they've tried a lot of different things. For example, nothing's working, and they just want to move the needle, you know, feel better, and you know, really get some energy back and get their weight moving in the right direction. But then 30 days later, when those things are all happening, they might be like, you know what, I really want to start exercising. They've got a new set of goals. So what do I do to support those goals? Because they see that these strategies work. What can I use moving forward? So it's a great question. And so with these products, these 4 core products, we can create individualized programs for people. And a lot of people already know what they want to do. They're like, you know, I want to continue with Ionic Supreme every morning to help me with stress. I find that really helps me. I love the convenience of the shakes. You know, that has been a game changer for me because I wasn't eating properly before, and I find this really helps me with my energy. You know, people want to continue with the supplementation system because they really want to support the aging process, and they're noticing that they're looking and feeling younger through this supplementation system. And then a lot of people want to continue with cleansing because it's supporting them, really shifting their body composition, really helping them with the fat burning. And so they may continue with 4 cleanse days a month or 2 cleanse days a month. And as people progress, it may be less. So now I cleanse about once every 2 months. Okay. A lot of people, when they start out, they do the 4 cleanse days first month. They might do 4 on the second month, and they're continuing to move towards their ideal weight. And then they get to a point where they're just doing it when they, you know, at a more periodic basis, so not as frequent. So that's really, you know, on an ongoing basis. There's a lot of products here that they can incorporate into their life. We're only showing the ones in the value pack, and that can really round out somebody's lifestyle and help them stay on track.
Awesome. Amazing. Amazing. So, Dr. Hill, if somebody wants to get started, how do you recommend, or how do they go about that?
Absolutely. So after watching this video, a person can come back to the person that sent them this video and you know, find out if, you know, this program is the one that's going to help them meet their goals. I mean, you can assess it yourself. If you find that it does meet your goals, then what you do is you go to this, the person that invited you to this is going to have a referral website, and you can just click sign up and save. You're going to search for the weight loss value pack, and you're going to click sign up and save. And it's very much just like purchasing on Amazon, where, you know, you set up a membership, you're going to create a username and password, and you your selections for this program, and you can actually choose 4 different types of shakes. You get that variety in there, and you do those selections, and then it's shipped to your house. It usually takes about 2 to 4 business days, and the person that referred you is going to help you make sure you've got the support through your program.
Awesome. Amazing information, Doctor. Really appreciate your time that you've taken away from your busy life and your busy schedule to just get this awesome information out for everybody to enjoy and share and really get started on a journey to better health. So thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure, Mike. I'm really excited about anyone who steps into this journey. It's such an exciting time, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the support page.
Awesome. Thanks again, and thank everybody for watching. Have a good day.